From the vibrant days of children's television to seismic changes in our viewing habits, let's explore together how Saturday mornings used to be the epicenter of laughter and animated adventures for kids of all ages. With beloved characters, stories etched in our memories, and a cultural shift redefining our relationship with television, this is a journey full of nostalgia and reflection. So, if you ever ran to the screen with a bowl of cereal in hand, or simply yearn for those magical moments in front of the TV, this journey is for you. The beginnings and pioneers, 1920s. The golden age of cartoons traces its roots to the early days of film and animation. The history of cartoons begins with pioneers such as Winsor McCay and his famous Gertie the Dinosaur in 1914. These early animation attempts were true marvels that captivated audiences of all ages. In the 1920s, visionary artists such as Walt Disney and Max Fleischer began experimenting with animation techniques. Disney, with his famous character Mickey Mouse, debuting in Steamboat Willie in 1928, stood out as a pioneer in the industry. This short film marked the beginning of sound animation and established Disney as a driving force in creating beloved characters. Max Fleischer significantly contributed with characters like Betty Boop and Popeye. These early cartoons laid the groundwork for animated storytelling and showcased the potential of this form of entertainment. The golden age of Warner Bros. And Disney, 1930s and 1940s. During the 1930s and 1940s, Warner Bros. Emerged as another giant in the animation industry. Their Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies short film series became a cultural phenomenon. Characters like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Porky Pig captured the audience's imagination with their clever humor and ability to reflect the society of the time. Meanwhile, Disney continued raising the bar for animation with revolutionary films like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 1937. This was the first animated feature film in history, an achievement that forever changed the perception of animation. The influence of World War II, 1940s. During World War II, cartoons played a crucial role in the war effort and societal morale. Animation studios, especially Warner Bros. And Disney, created a series of short films addressing themes like patriotism, sacrifice, and the fight against the enemy. Characters like Bugs Bunny and Donald Duck became animated ambassadors that helped convey important messages in an accessible and humorous way. These cartoons not only kept people entertained during difficult times, but also played a significant role in shaping the American cultural identity of the era. Television and evolution, 1950s and early 1960s. With the advent of television in the 1950s, cartoons began adapting to new formats and audiences. Studios embarked on producing animated series for television, leading to the creation of shows like The Flintstones in 1960, which was the first primetime animated series on American television. This shift towards television marked a new era for cartoons, making them more accessible to the general public. Animated TV series became a popular form of family entertainment and paved the way for the diversification of animation in the years to come. Beloved characters and unforgettable stories. Get ready for a journey down memory lane, because Saturday morning cartoons took us on a ride filled with memorable characters. From iconic superheroes to talking animals with a stand-up comedy-worthy sense of humor, not to mention magical worlds that would make Harry Potter blush, these animations weren't just about fun. They were a cultural treasure for an entire generation. Who could forget the antics of Bugs Bunny, the heroic feats of the Super Friends, or the mysteries solved by Scooby-Doo and the gang? Contemporary cartoons. By the end of the 20th century, traditional animation was challenged by the digital revolution. The introduction of computer-generated animation radically changed the industry. While films like Toy Story showcased the limitless possibilities of digital animation, the charm and craftsmanship of traditional animation were threatened. Furthermore, the overexploitation of characters and a lack of innovation in storytelling contributed to a loss of interest from the audience. cartoons faced competition from other forms of entertainment, such as video games and streaming platforms. Streaming platforms like Netflix, Disney+, Hulu, and others have redefined how we consume cartoons. These platforms allow for instant streaming and the availability of entire seasons at once, fostering the phenomenon of binge-watching and providing creators with creative freedom often not available in traditional television. Contemporary cartoons are leading the way in terms of representation. Characters from different ethnic backgrounds, sexual orientations, and special abilities are presented more inclusively. Examples like The Owl House and She-Ra and The Princesses of Power have been praised for their focus on diversity. While 3D animation has gained ground, 2D animation is still appreciated for its unique aesthetic and artistic style. Some series, such as BoJack Horseman, combine elements of 2D and 3D animation to create a visually appealing world. Many contemporary cartoons have raised their standards in terms of narrative. Stories with complex character arcs, unexpected twists, and profound themes not only appeal to a broader audience, but also challenge expectations in the animated genre. While cartoons for adults are not new, the acceptance and popularity of these series have grown significantly. Shows like Big Mouth and Archer target mature audiences, addressing topics such as puberty and work life in a humorous and intelligent manner. Contemporary animation studios are constantly seeking original concepts and approaches. Competition in the streaming world has led to increased innovation, with creators aiming to stand out through unique plots, distinctive characters, and cutting-edge animation styles. Despite the perceived decline, the animation industry has undergone a renaissance in recent decades. Movies like Frozen have demonstrated that animation continues to be a powerful form of storytelling. Whether recalling the mysteries of Scooby-Doo or the superhero antics of the past, the Saturday morning cartoon era holds a special place in the hearts of those who experienced its magic. It was more than just entertainment. It was a cultural phenomenon that brought families together, shaping the collective experiences of a generation. In an era of streaming and on-demand content, these cartoons remain a nostalgic beacon, symbolizing a simpler time of shared joy and anticipation around the television set. Today, the legacy of Saturday morning cartoons reminds us of the enduring power of storytelling and its profound influence on our lives. Whether rediscovering these classics or introducing them to a new generation, the magic of Saturday morning cartoons endures. And that's all, folks. What do you think? Did you watch Saturday morning cartoons when you were a kid? Let us know in the comments below. If you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe to stay updated on more nostalgic content like this. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up to support our effort. As always, I greatly appreciate your time and engagement. Until the next trip down memory lane.